It's certainly important, and what the big message that I'd like for people to take away is that in thinking about how to teach young children, it's important to think about the child's development and the relationship between the child's development and his learning, his or her learning. So we started the Institute this morning by looking at different views of child development, big, broad philosophical perspectives about how young children grow and change, and then the implications for those philosophical views on practice with children. So if you were taking one perspective, how does that shape your or affect what you choose or how you choose to interact with the child, what kind of materials that you provide or how you interact with that child compared to another perspective. We also discussed that while we have several different perspectives, that children learn in a wide variety of ways, that there's no one particular perspective that tends to dominate. Although research has shown that there are some approaches that are better for others in different areas of development. We talked also about the growing research, neurological research, and about the growth of the brain, and that the brain literally creates itself while you're endowed with a genetic inheritance. The experiences that you have are fundamentally important for shaping, for growing your brain. Your brain is a product of the experiences that you have. So early stimulating experiences are important for young children, and all the way out through life it's important, but the brain is literally physiologically changing based on the experiences that a child has, positive or negatively. So one needs to be attentive to that. We're literally growing our brains. We also talked about the importance of context, that while we understand experiences are extremely important, they occur within a context. So we talked briefly about Bronwyn's model, a bioecological model of development, and how that might help us understand the experiences that a child brings with them when they come to the class or to the program, wherever the intervention or education is going to occur. We also viewed a number of videos that I brought with me from my travels to China to appreciate the cultural differences that children experience in learning, and to understand that different cultures approach learning and working with children in different ways. In the afternoon, we focused primarily on executive functioning, and so I think it's important for those who are attending the Institute to be mindful of the three characteristics of executive functioning that do lead to not only academic success, but also success in functioning successfully as an adult. And those are self-control or self-regulation, working memory, and cognitive flexibility. Then we talked about ways that we do this in class, drawing from the research from Adele Diamond, saying that you don't have to be a phenomenal teacher, that this can be done by, I think as she phrases, everyday ordinary teachers that are mindful that this is what they're doing. And we finished up the afternoon by talking some about play and the importance of mature, dramatic play, that the research on play is mixed, that there's not a lot of research that supports just free play with respect to predicting academic success. Free play is still extremely important, but in terms of predicting academic change or success in academic work, it appears that when the adult is engaged with the child in play in appropriate ways, that they're structuring the environment for the child, that the child is going to more likely demonstrate mature play, and that's that mature play that leads to greater executive functioning. And that's illustrated in the Tools of the Mind curriculum. We had a wonderful time, a lot of conversation. I hope people enjoyed it. I hope they learned some new information. I hope they felt some affirmation about things that they were already doing. And that it's a good thing to know that, to have some repetition, that I've heard this before, and that's comforting to know too. So I hope people walked away with a wide variety of thoughts. That was my intent, to provoke their thinking, get them to reflect.